Turn that gun over and move it a little bit. I don't know if that means anything to anybody, but this
Effervescent?
the skin looks a little pearlescent, wouldn't you say?
Oh my god, don't you dare. Oh my god, bro.
They're back.
Let's go! Let's go! Alright, I just got done watching PAX West with Randy Pitchford, and I'm going to break it down and give you all the information so you don't have to scroll through it. For the first thing, here's a code on screen for 50 golden keys on every Borderlands game and 20 diamond keys for Borderlands 3 in the Diamond Armory. I will put a copy-paste code in the comments down below. The first thing I want to mention is the endgame content. They did say that when it comes to the endgame specifically, they're going to have set gear to when you finish the game with your level 50 gear and you go into Ultimate Vault Hunter mode after the story, and they mentioned this is around level 30 for most people, you will keep that gear for every phase of Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, meaning you do not need to refarm they even compared it to OP levels, you don't need to refarm over and over and over again, but of course, you want to refarm when it comes to getting the best gear in the god rolls like you traditionally would in any other Borderlands game. Maurice's Black Market is also back in Borderlands 4, just in a different fashion. It will be different for everybody, so the Maurice's Market guides will have different inventories, but they will all be at the same location. So let's say I load into a game on Borderlands 4 and I have a Malik's Bane in my Maurice's Black Shop. If my buddy joins or if Timmy down the street joins, their guns are going to be different than mine. There's also going to be a firmware system similar to MMOs when you have certain armor perks within MMOs, like if you played games like that where you actually have certain things like extra critical hit damage, extra max health, or extra cooldown rate. Very similar in that esque to gear when it comes to Borderlands 3, but it's going to be on the left side of your character, so being able to put certain points into it based on what you're doing, I think is a pretty nifty system. We also get to see the first few months of DLC content. The first DLC that's coming out is Horrors of Kairos, which is going to be new weather variants because there's dynamic weather in Borderlands 4, new legendary weapons, new cosmetics, Invincible bosses as free content, and Invincible bosses, plural, are making a return in Borderlands 4, just like in Borderlands 2 fashion with Vermi, Terramorphous, Hyperius. Old school Invincible raid bosses are finally back, and that is awesome. Really excited. I have the whole DLC roadmap on the screen right now if you guys want to pause it, take a look at it, see everything that they're adding. But they did say with the ranks, with Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, you get these rank systems, and these rank systems allow you to spec into trees with different builds. It's kind of another way of building up your character after you complete the main story. Now, specializations are going to look like this. The tree is on screen right now that allows you to build past with your badass rank. These are basically the badass ranks of Borderlands 4, and they are account wide. If you start a brand new character and you already unlock this on your current character, the new character will also have the specialization tree unlocked, which I think is really cool. And of course, some of the endgame content like Moxxi's big escort runs are going to be the same exact bosses, beefened up, more damage, more health, but they have an increased drop rates with their actual drops because they are harder versions of the boss. So if you're target farming a certain piece of loot or certain piece of gear, then of course that is going to be what you want to do for that week. Also on screen, I have a silhouette of the first DLC Vault Hunter, and Randy Pitchford accidentally said it's a he, so it is another guy. Upon first glance, he does look like a Western style Vault Hunter, maybe something to do with cowboys, aimbot. I don't know. That's the vibe I get from it, an old Western type of guy. I think this is going to be pretty damn cool, and I'm excited to hear more on the DLC Vault Hunter. And he does release in 2026 after the second bounty pack, so the first main story mission is going to be when that comes to fruition. Randy Pitchford did say there's going to be a character that we've been wanting to kill for a long time that we might have the chance to kill, and then he talked like Crazy Earl. I don't think we're going to kill Crazy Earl. Maybe he's talking about Ava. Now that would be a fan service if I ever seen one. Also, for the people that are doing the pre-orders, they built upon that pack with the Gilded Glory pack, and they added some legendary weapons and a universal head skin. The grenade and the rocket launcher will be available at level 30 on a brand new character creation, just already in your inventory. The top weapon is a SMG that Randy Pitchford compared to a celebratory item, so something like the firework from Borderlands 2 that we got for pre-order, but in a gun form. He just said if you're going to propose to your girlfriend or whatever you're going to do, it makes a bunch of fireworks and a lot of visual pollution, so I think that'll be pretty cool. And then the green gun is awarded to you at level 50, and it's only usable at level 50, and all he said is it kicks absolute ass. No other words on that. And if you couldn't tell by the initial reaction at the beginning of the video, yes, Pearlescents are back. He said that they're very rare, around a 1% or less than a 1% drop chance, so honestly, I hope that's a good thing. I want to see them again. I'm most excited about that. But other than that, Other things I'll skim through here. Ultimate Vault Hunter mode is unlocked, like I said, around level 30 with different mission challenges. This is what the screen looks like when it comes to making a new character after your first playthrough. The weekly wildcards are going to be something else you can do, which is another form of endgame content, which give you a weekly mission with a guaranteed legendary. Guaranteed. I don't know if it has its own loot pool or its own loot pool rotation, but it is a guaranteed way of leveling up with loots. But they did say the way Ultimate Vault Hunter mode is going to work is once you go into the game again, you're going to face curated areas that are going to DPS check you, that are going to limit test your build's AoE, your ad clear potential, your survivability. All that is going to be tested in Ultimate Vault Hunter mode. So that makes me think, is that going to mean, based on your build, the ability for each character to grind through those Ultimate Vault Hunter levels is going to be either easier or harder depending on what they do? But other than that, that is the TLDR. They have some mini events coming up for Halloween, which are going to be pretty cool. But all the stuff in the DLCs, all the bonus characters, all these things coming back, Invincibles, is very promising in my opinion. Moving on to Borderlands 4. But hey, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Let's start a few discussions. We are nearing the release of Borderlands 4, and I couldn't be any more excited. So, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you leave a like on it, as it does spread out my Borderlands content to more people in the Borderlands community. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on another video from me, guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you all later.